Alright, in this video, I'm going to break down the top 3 cold email CTAs that get the best responses so that you can use them in your cold email scripts to book more meetings, get more positive responses, sign more deals, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first, what exactly is a CTA? A CTA is basically a call to action, and it's used to guide the prospect to the next step. So for example, to purchase or get on a call. So if you watch a lot of ads or if you look at billboards and stuff, the CTA at the end of the ad or whatever it may be will be like, oh, call this number now and you can get your free weight loss program, bum, 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 that type of thing. That is basically a CTA. They're basically telling you, hey, you watched this ad, you might be interested, call this number now, and this is the next steps, and so that we can take it further, right? For cold email, you're not going to immediately ask for getting on a call. You're not going to say, go to my website. You're basically going to provide more value first and then book a call. And I'll explain more what that means later on down the line. But just so you know, a CTA is basically used to guide the prospect to the next steps. So for example, some examples that you can use in cold email is like, hey, can I send along more info? Would you be free sometime next week to discuss this? Or mind if I share a resource with you? That's just the example of CTAs. And once you figure this out, you'll notice this in every single advertorial or every single marketing piece that you watch or you consume. They'll always have a CTA, at least 90% of the time. So why should you listen to me when it comes to cold email, right? Well, my name is Ark Referral, and me and my company Gamic Media send almost 100,000 cold emails every single month. And we've written cold emails for many different types of industries and offers. Excuse my grammatical error there. But we've written for many different industries and offers such as video production, SaaS, insurance, PR, Google Ads, SEO, and much, much more. And here's some of the results that we've gotten for our clients. We help deep social brands add over $270,000 in revenue in about 8 months. And you can watch that interview that I did with the CEO on my channel. Just click on my channel and just go to the video titled How We Help Debug Generate $270K in 8 months. And here's some other screenshots from our clients from using our services. So, with all of this said, here is what not to do when it comes to cold email CTAs. And the first major thing that I need you to know is you do not want to ask for a call in the first email. Do not make the first email CTA directly to a call. And the reason why is because it's too much friction. The prospect doesn't know who you are, right? Unless you have a lot of status, unless you're really well known, or you just have a lot of status, they're not going to know who you are. They're not going to care, honestly. So, for example, unless you're like Alex Hermosi, Russell Brunson, Ty Lopez, and you're reaching out to other marketing agency owners, they're not going to care. You don't have that status more than likely, right? So don't do this. And also, people value their time immensely, especially high-level CEOs, VPs, presidents, CMOs, whoever it may be. They value their time immensely. So they're not going to just give away their time just like that. You have to provide value first before they give you their time. So please, if there's one takeaway that you can take from this email or this video, do not pitch a call in the first email. Do not make that your first CTA. It's not going to work. A second thing is don't ask for an audit in the email. And the reason why is because it can be effective, but most people know that an audit is basically a sales call. And this is very common with a lot of SEO and web design agencies. They'll basically be like, oh, let's pitch an audit in the email. Let's do an audit. But the people that you're pitching out to and you're reaching out to, whether it be like local small businesses or whoever it may be, they've been pitched that web design or SEO offer multiple times. So they know that an audit is basically a sales call. So essentially, you're just pitching a call in the email. And like I said, it can be effective, but in my opinion, if your prospects already know that an audit is a call, they're not gonna care and they're not gonna reply to the email. So don't ask for audit in the email. Now, with all that said, one of the 3 CTAs that really work really well is a soft CTA, and I suggest this for everybody. This is basically like the default CTA. If you don't know what to put, just put this because this will always work. And it's basically asking for more permission to send more info. And this always works because it's low commitment from the prospect side. All they have to do is just say yes. And then after they say yes, you send more info and you pitch a call. So like I said, this should be the default CTA that everybody uses because it's very common, it's standard. You don't have to come up with anything too crazy, and it just works really well. So things like, oh, can I send more info? Or would this be something you're interested in? Or would you be open to learning more? So you see how all of these three, you're basically saying, hey, can I send more info before we hop on a call, or can I send more info about our services so that you can kind of see if it would be a good fit, that type of thing. You're basically asking permission to send more info, and after they say yes, you send more info and you book a call. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Like I said, this should be the default call to action that everybody uses because it's always going to work. Now, the second type of CTA is a sales as a CTA. And this can be a case study, or it could be a document, or some type of valuable resource, or your own portfolio of your past work. And the reason why this works is because it showcases your past results and expertise without having to hop on a call first. So like I said, this is cold traffic you're selling to. These are strangers, right? And usually for them to understand what you do and how you operate, they need to hop on a call with you, kind of see who you are. This mitigates that because you're basically providing them you're basically showing them, hey, look at this past case study, or hey, look at my portfolio of websites first before you hop on a call with me, right? And again, this is super easy for the prospect to say yes to. Now, one important note here is make sure that this is easily consumable and does not take up too much of the prospect's time. So for example, don't send a 17-page white paper about your company. Like, they're not going to read all of that. They're not going to sit there and read an entire 17-page white paper of your entire company. And don't also send, I would say don't send more than one case study or valuable resource or document, because if it's multiple documents that take up, a lot of minutes of time, they're not going to read through that because, again, they're strangers. This is cold traffic. They don't really know you. They don't really trust you. Make it super easy to consume. So make it like a 3-minute video or a 1, 2, 3 page document, whatever it may be. Just make it super easily consumable. That way they can consume it quick, and hopefully you provide value in there. So for example, you can say, hey, mind if I send over a quick resource on how we did it? And this works really well if the case study you have is in the same industry you're targeting. So for example, if I want to target law firms and I have a 1-page document breaking down how I helped this law firm get like 10 divorce cases in 3 months, you can literally just pitch the same thing. You can be like, hey, we helped this law firm in Tampa get 10 divorce cases in 3 months. Mind if I send over a quick resource on how we did it? And boom, the law firm's gonna okay, this guy is basically saying, hey, he got another law firm really good results, and I'm also a law firm. Let me look up on how he did it, right? So this works really well again if the case that you have is in the same industry you're targeting. Or you can say, hey, would you be open to seeing our portfolio of past work? And this works really well for video production and web design offers. We work a lot with video production companies, and this is really good because, again, you're targeting the same industry and you're saying, hey, do you want to see our past videos that we made for XYZ industry? And so that you can learn more about our business before hopping on a call. And it works fantastic. So you can show your past websites, you can show them your past landing pages, past videos, or even like past ad creatives, whatever it may be. You're just basically saying, hey, I know you're busy. I know you have a lot on your plate. Do you want to see our past work before deciding to hop on a call with us? That's all you're saying. So again, make it easily consumable. Don't make it so it doesn't take up too much of the prospect's time. And if you can, another thing is make it so you're targeting the same industry of your case study or valuable resource or document, right? And it'll go really well. Now the last type of CTA is free work. And just by doing this, you'll stand out from everybody else because nobody wants to do this, right? Now you might be like, oh, but what if after my free work the prospect ghosts me? And the answer is they won't, because of the law of reciprocation. And if you read Influence by Robert Cialdini, the law of reciprocation is basically, it's basically the human tendency to want to do something in return when someone else does something for you. So if someone's ever bought you a gift on your birthday or wished you happy birthday on your birthday, you're going to be like, okay, this guy just wished me happy birthday. I want to do it back on his own birthday, or I want to give him a gift back on his own birthday. That's basically it. That's the law of reciprocation. Because somebody did something for you, you want to do something in return, because that's just human nature, right? So they're not going to ghost you after the call. They're actually more likely to book a call and close because they like you more because you did free work and you did something free for them, right? So for example, you could do, if you're a YouTube offer, you can say, hey, I made a short form clip for you off of your YouTube channel. Can I share with you here? Or I made you 3 free ad creatives for your company. Mind if I share it with you here? Or I wrote you a free email that you can send to your email list. Can I send it here? You're basically just saying, hey, there is this important, here's my service. Here's a part of that service that I could do for you for free. Can I share it with you here? Right? And again, it's free work. Who doesn't like free work? Everybody loves free work. Everybody wants things for free. So if you're just providing this, people will respond positively and you'll book more calls. Trust me. And again, you'll stand out because nobody wants to do free work. But especially if you're a beginner, this is the best way to get clients, right? Now, the way to actually go about doing this, or picking what service or product you want to give away for free, is you want to simply take a look at your entire process that you fulfill for your customer when they use your service or product, and then just give away one part of that process away for free. So for example, if you're a YouTube growth agency and you work with your clients to help grow on YouTube, there's a lot of different things, or there's a whole process that you go through to get them results, right? You have to have a good thumbnail, you have to have good description tags, you have to have good titles, you have to have good short form clips, you have to have good editing, right? There's a lot of different things that you have to do in order to get your client results. So out of those 5 things that I just listed, if you just give away one, so for example, if you just give away, let's say, a short form clip or a free thumbnail or a free descriptions or video ideas, they're going to respond to that and be like, okay, hey, I'm interested, right? So the same way I just listed out all of those 5 things for the YouTube clip, do that for your service or product, and just give 1 out of 5 or 10 or however you may have for free. And one important note is, do the free work after they reply positively to your email. So if you have, let's say, if you're reaching out to 3,000 people, don't do the free work for all 3,000 people, right? Because you don't know who's interested, you don't know who's going to reply positively. Wait till they reply positively and then do the free work. And make sure that if you do the free work, try to keep it under 24 hours from when they first replied. Because again, writing a whole email can be time consuming, and with cold email, you want to reply within about 10 minutes. But when you're doing free work like this, just do your best to reply under 24 hours, because some services or some products just take a lot more time to do. So that's how you go about that. So why did these 3 types of CTAs work? Here's why. It provides value upfront before asking for their time, because again, people are busy, especially these high-level CEOs, owners, and founders. So you want to provide value upfront before asking for their time. There's little to no commitment on their end, making it easy for them to say yes. So they don't have to hop on a call and tell you all this about an audit, or they don't have to input all of their information on this one website or this form. No, it's just like, hey, this guy's giving me this for free. I'm going to say yes, and then let's see where it goes from there. And then finally, soft CTAs are common. People have known about soft CTAs for a long time. The sales asset and free work CTAs are not. So if you actually use a sales asset CTA and the free work CTA, you'll instantly stand out in the inbox because you're pitching them something different. So for example, if you're emailing industries like agencies or SaaS or e-com brands, and you pitch them, well, maybe not the sales asset one, but if you pitch them the free work one, you'll instantly stand out versus everybody else that's also pitching them the same thing of, can I send more info, or would you be open to learning more about this, right? I'm not saying soft CTAs are bad, but I'm saying in industries where there's more people emailing, or there's more saturation, quote unquote, this is an easy way to stand out by just using sales asset and free work. And that's why those 3 CTAs work. So the final thoughts are, with CTAs, the answer is simple. Just provide more value up front before asking to jump on a call. And again, people are busy, and this is cold traffic that you're selling to. So make them trust you by providing value first. This can be you sending more info about your services, sending sales asset or case studies, or just giving out free work. Do any of these and your cold emails will get more positive responses, leading you to book more meetings. And with that said, if you are an agency or any type of B2B business that's making over $30,000 a month, book a time with me and we'll book your next 3 sales calls for free. So with all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you found something valuable and useful from this video. Use these CTAs because, again, I guarantee it will work, especially the free work and the sales as a CTAs. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out.